Welcome back, Truth Seeker. This Thursday, September 20th, 2018, we're going to get a presidential alert on our cell phones. It's going to be sent out at 2:18 in the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time. For people like myself on the West Coast, it'll come at 11:18 in the morning. Before we get into this, I want to recommend the YouTube channel. He goes by the name Zenith of the Alpha. If you've listened to my radio program, he's been a caller since the beginning. He started his YouTube channel more than a year ago. The majority of his video content is centered around the number 218, and he talks about how this number has to do with time and Donald Trump, and he's probably made 100 videos about this in the last year. Now we're getting this presidential alert connected to Donald Trump at 2:18 in the afternoon. Zenith of the Alpha. Check out his channel. I'm sure he's going to make a lot of videos about this if he hasn't already. So, notice presidential alert is emphasized. In the two most important of the four base ciphers, presidential alert and Bavarian Illuminati have the exact same gematria. And if you're not familiar with the Bavarian Illuminati, they were established May 1st, 1776, just before the American Revolution. This year on August 18th, 18/8, like 188, Kofi Annan dropped dead at age 80, and his full name is Kofi Ada Annan Summing to 80. He won the Nobel Peace Prize 80. He won the Nobel Peace Prize in history on October 12th, the day leaving 80 days left in the year. His murder was a Bavarian Illuminati ritual. You know, people make fun of the Illuminati, which is just an ill-informed thing to do. They're a historical group. They've had a lot of influence in the world. Some people credit the French Revolution to the Bavarian Illuminati. I think people should start crediting the American Revolution. After all, they were established just before it took place. Also, if you're new here, I was showing how all along the campaign trail, they kept coding the numbers of the Bavarian Illuminati in headlines next to Trump. And understand, this entire government, not just Trump, is controlled by Masonic alliances. Masonry is the pursuit of light. Illuminati means in the light. It's the powerful Masonic alliances in this world that are the Illuminati. So the next piece is that presidential alert in the base cipher also sums to 109. So does cell phones. This presidential alert going out to all the cell phones of United States of America. And they're both 109. 109 is the 29th prime number. This alert's going out on September 20th. 20 plus 9, 29. Trump 29, Masonic 29 in our base ciphers. September 20th, 18 is also a date with 47 numerology. 9 plus 20 plus 18. And both Trump and President equal 47 in the base ciphers. White House is 47, government's 47, authorities 47, Republicans 47, Democrats 47, DC's 47. 47 degrees on the compass in the Freemason logo. Again, Freemasonry, the pursuit of light, Illuminati, in the light. With regards to 47, I should also point out that 911 was made the national emergency dialing code on February 16th, 1968. That was the 47th day of the year in 68. And again, in 1968, 911 made the national emergency dialing code. World Trade Center construction began. George W. Bush graduated from Yale and Skull and Bones. Space Odyssey 2001 came out. The New York Jets won their only Super Bowl. And none of those things by accident. All part of a contrived and planned riddle where 33 years later, September 11th, 2001, 911, George W. Bush, the World Trade Centers, it would all come together. Even the New York Jets, who would then go on to sack Drew Bledsoe and give rise to Tom Brady. Tom Brady and the Patriots right after the Patriot Act. All a mocking, all part of our scripted, planned reality. I should also mention about February 16th. We write that date 2/16, like 216. 6 times 6 times 6 equals 216. 666 is the number of the beast. The word beast equals 47. The 47th day of the year, 2/16. No doubt this is a tribute on our calendar to the number of the beast. That verse from Revelation 13:18, it says, the man with wisdom will know how to calculate it. This past year, 2018, on February 16th, the movie Black Panther came out. In Gematria, Black Panther sums to 666. What a perfect day for the movie to come out. You know, a beast. 216. Also, with regards to 666, New York has Gematria of 666. And remember the most curious thing about September 11th? And there were a long list of curious things, but easily the most curious is Building 7, which fell 8 hours after Building 1 and 2 fell. It had 47 floors, each floor 47,000 square feet. You know? The word beast also has Gematria of 11 in the base ciphers. New York, the 11th state. The World Trade Centers like giant 11s. The 11th day of the month, flight AA11 hit the buildings that look like massive 11s that were 110 stories tall. 110. Moving on, this alert is going to be provided by FEMA on the 20th. Alert and FEMA both have Gematria of 20 in the base ciphers. With regard to that 218 time, this presidential alert, again, Zenith of the Alpha has been talking about all the different riddles with Trump in 218 for more than a year now. He's been calling to my radio show since, when did it begin? 2015, 2016? I've lost track of time, but he's been calling in with these riddles since way back then. So I know he's just loving this story, the presidential alert at 2:18 p.m. Trump, in the Francis Bacon cipher, when his name is in all caps, equals 218. Francis Bacon takes into account capital letters. Lowercase a through lowercase z is 1 through 26. Uppercase a through uppercase z is 27 through 52. Trump, 218. And something I've been talking about, Holy Bible has Gematria of 45 forwards and backwards in the base ciphers. 4 letters, 5 letters, 9 letters total. When you add 1 through 9, it equals 45. Donald Trump, the 45th president. His VP is Mike Pence, which equals 45, 45 forwards and backwards. In the Bible, the warning in Revelation are trumpets. Trumpets, right? How does Trump-Pence sound? Like what's on the bumper sticker for the people that supported these clowns? Trump-Pence. Trumpets. Trumpets. National alert by the numbers. You know? A presidential alert connected to trumpets. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying here? Trumpets. Donald Trump, both Gematria 48. Mike Pence is the 48th vice president. Isn't that cute? Joe Biden was the 47th vice president. Barack Obama became president age 47, the big president DC number. All these stooges are installed and selected, not elected. We do not live in a democracy. We live in a Zionist New World Order dictatorship, a military dictatorship, a propaganda dictatorship. That's where we live. We live in the book 1984. But the televisions are a little bit nicer, you know. So, Book of Revelation, chapters 8 to 11. What day was Trump selected? Was it November 8th? 8 to 11? 8/11? Trumpets. Trumpets. Presidential alert by the numbers. I think I made the point. Let's move on. There's another big riddle here. There's actually a few more big riddles here. So September 20th is the 263rd day of the year, right? 263 is the 56th prime number. And consider alert equals 56 with the alphabetic order. All-seeing eye has Gematria of 119 and 56. Think about 911 in reverse. Think about how this has to do with phones, emergency, you know, another riddle, similar numbers, 47 date numerology, 911 on the 47th day of the year. Think about how our phones, they pretty much are an all-seeing eye, you know. We got GPS on them. They can track us anywhere. If we leave our Wi-Fi on, they can detect a trail of everywhere we pass through. People think they're going to chip us with the mark of the beast. I think they've already got us chipped through our smartphone, which has essentially become an attachment to our body. I mean, who's going anywhere without their cell phone, their smartphone these days? Almost no one. Cheers to you if you don't. In the late 2000s, I got rid of my cell phone. Probably was without it for close to a year, and just everybody stopped talking to me. It was hilarious. It's like, man, you don't have your cell phone. Nobody even wants to talk to you anymore. I let everybody know what my landline was. I got a landline. It's not like I didn't have a number. Nobody called me on my landline. Anyway, 263rd day of the year, the 56th prime, all-seeing eye 56, alert 56, Washington, D.C. 56. President also has the Gematria 56. It's a presidential alert. Of course, he's just a puppet. It's not like it's his call. Now, here's the other piece. Thursday. This is happening on Thursday. Thursday is named after Thor. It's Thor's Day. Now, this is a real trip right here. Again, September 20th, 18 has 47 date numerology. Thor 47, Trump 47, President 47, you know. Thor, he was, the god of war, the god of thunder, weather. Here we are during hurricane season. You know, we're getting weather storms by the numbers. Something that I've proven too many times over. As crazy as it sounds, it's part of our unfortunate reality. But look at this. Thor is the god of Jupiter. Jupiter is Thor, right? Jupiter has this Gematria 45, like Trump being the 45th president. Jupiter. I'll never forget when the Juno probe landed on Jupiter on the 4th of July. Anyway. Thor, the god of thunder. This is a trip right here. Thunder and Jupiter both sum to 99 in the base ciphers. 99, right? And September 20th is going to be Trump's 99th day of his age. 99th day, right? Trump's 72 years old. There's the 72 names of God. 72 is, in numerology, 7 plus 2 is 9. You know, 9/11, what's 9 times 11? 99. You know, the word patriot equals 99. The Patriot Act after 9/11. New England also equals 99. New England Patriots. Riddles. Here we are in the 99th NFL season. So I started to look at this and I was like, oh, 99th NFL season. Okay, let's see who's playing football Thursday night. And so I had to go look and I said, oh my God, the New York Jets, who are a part of the 911 riddle, are playing, right? They're playing and they're facing the Cleveland Browns. Now, what do we know about Donald Trump in Cleveland? Remember, he had his GOP convention in Cleveland by the numbers. LeBron James won the NBA Finals by the numbers that year on the real King James's birthday. And then LeBron James and Donald Trump were both in the White House being congratulated by Obama on Thursday Night Football. And I still remember what Thursday Night Football. They were both being congratulated in the White House the same day, a Thursday. Thursday Night Football. And the matchup that night for Thursday Night Football wasn't far from the White House. It was the Cleveland Browns playing the Baltimore Ravens. And if you know NFL history, the old Cleveland Browns team became the Baltimore Ravens. And then that poet, what's his name, out in Minnesota, put out the poem around the same time about how Donald Trump was the Raven. All these riddles. And with regards to this game, New York, Trump also being from New York, having his convention in Cleveland. With regards to these riddles, the game's in Ohio, the birthplace of football. Ohio has the Gematria 47. The only two states with the alphabetic order that sum to 47 are Ohio and Nevada. And you might remember the first Republican convention when they were running for president, or not convention, but the first GOP debate to narrow down the candidates was in Ohio, and the first Democratic debate to narrow down the candidates was in Nevada. And I still remember the Democratic debate. All of them just talked about Hillary Clinton. It was like, are you guys running against her, or are you campaigning for her at the supposed debate? And then in the Republican thing, I mean, the whole thing was about Donald Trump from the moment he announced, right? He took over the entire news. For the record, Ohio in football, also Gematria 29. Remember, September 20th, 9 plus 20, 29. Presidential alert, 109, the 29th prime. The entire world of sports and news scripted together. I still remember how I was guaranteeing the Patriots were going to win Super Bowl 51, and how Donald Trump, the night before, when was it? I got to think about the dates. It was November, after Donald Trump got elected president, November 2016, the night before he became president, the night before inauguration, it was January 19th. He did a, press conference on TV. And if you can go back and watch this, I'm sure you can look this up online. It's the internet age, stuff is saved. Go back and watch Trump's GOP, or his press conference from January 19th, the night before Inauguration Day. All he could talk about was the New England Patriots. That's all he talked about. New England Patriots on 119. 9/11, Patriot Act, Patriots. By the way, Donald equals 119. All he could talk about was the New England Patriots and how great Robert Kraft was and how much he liked Tom Brady. I was like, what is this? He's becoming the president? All he can talk about is the New England Patriots? So the reason I'm bringing all this up is just so how you see how it all comes together. Sports, news, media, it's encoded in our phones. People who rule this world, they do it all with numbers. So Donald Trump, Thor, presidential alert, our phones on vibrate. It'll be like a low rumble across the nation, the presidential alert at 2:18. The thunder of our cell phones. And special shout out to Fuck You, who gave me the comment that reminded me to look into this. So we'll leave it there, Truth Seeker. Until next time.